Here's an interesting figure. According to one report, only 10% of the social media posts on Iran are coming from Iran. Isn't that odd? Iranians are pouring out on the streets, but they're not posting online. It doesn't make sense. But there is good reason for this. The government has killed the internet in Iran. The biggest shutdown in modern times, you could say. Nearly 95% of the country cannot get online. The idea is to curb the protests. Governments, you see, have learned how the internet can be a potent tool in the hands of protesters. Hence the clampdown. But people have managed to bypass some of these restrictions, and some of them are actively campaigning online. These are rare images from Iran. The aftermath of an unprecedented protest against the regime. Cars burnt, petrol pumps damaged, security cameras smashed. A surprise decision to hike fuel prices has triggered massive protests. But information is now scarce. No one really knows what's going on in Iran. Because the government has turned off the internet. The blockade has affected nearly 95% of Iran. It is one of the biggest internet blackouts of all time. Iran is trying to stop a nationwide movement from spreading. But some of it did get out. These pictures are from the 16th of November. Angry protesters smashing traffic lights. This happened in Isfahan. In a different part of Iran, protesters destroyed buildings. Several cars were set on fire. Cops were struggling to curb the protests, even in the capital city of Tehran. Voice of America has reported that the protests have broken out in several parts of the country. According to one estimate, at least 300 people have died. Hundreds are injured, and more than 1,000 people have been put behind bars. Bloomberg has reported that despite the restrictions, people have managed to get around the blackout. Iranian activists are sharing more pictures and videos on social media. Masih Alinejad is one of the most visible Iranian activists online. She shared this video on Twitter. A woman removed her hijab in public. She was applauded by a crowd of protesting drivers. Despite the blackout, the voices of protesters are growing louder online. The unrest is a new challenge to the Iranian regime, especially at a time when the country is battling tough American sanctions. Bureau Report, Wion, World is One.